Last game of the regular season for the Barren County Trojans tonight as they take to the road to Somerset to take on the Warriors of Pulaski Southwestern. Jay Turner with Robert Bauer here high above courtside. We're in the end zone behind the rails looking through the screens and got a great view of the ball game tonight here from Pulaski Southwestern. Todd Belcher in our studios on the control side in Nash 103.7. Glad to have you with us here on this Thursday night as it is the last week of the regular season, and normally we finish on a Thursday night. Unfortunately, the Trojanettes weren't able to get a game in because of Central Hardin canceling their ball game. It would have been at home tonight, but due to some COVID situations on Central Hardin's squad, that game had been canceled, and the Trojanettes tried to find somebody else to play, but unfortunately they weren't able to achieve that. So the Trojans did get a game. Of course, the game against Edmonson County was supposed to have been played tonight at home, but Edmonson County canceled. Or Somerset were only 5 minutes apart.
Yeah, you would think you play in the same district as the other two schools in your county, but you know, when you add schools, when you look geographically to try to match stuff up going west to east, it just doesn't always work out that way. So that's very odd that you could have really three schools from a county in the regional tournament if it worked out that way.
That's true. Last time we were here was in 2016, 5 years ago, in January, when the Trojans played Grant County in the Pulaski County shootout here. Barren County beat Grant County that night 65-50. The only other time the Trojans have played Pulaski Southwestern, you go back to 2004, and the Trojans played the Warriors in the Owensboro Sports Center, winning by 1 point, 65-64 in that game. The girls were here a couple of times under Coach John Butler, 2007 and 2008, and Barren County won one of those games over Pulaski Southwestern and lost in 08. But Pulaski Southwestern boys were 17-15 last year, runners-up in the 48th district. But just 3 years ago, they won the 12th region title and went to the state tournament. And also, they went in 2012 and went all the way to the state semifinals that year under former coach Steve Wright. They finished 29-9. A couple of common opponents of the Trojans this year that Pulaski Southwestern has played. They played Pulaski County. They lost to them twice, 88-65 and 85-57. And they lost to Glasgow on February 26th by a score of 67-56.
They've only beat three teams with a winning record: Rockcastle, West Jessamine, and McCreary County Central. So, you know, their even record here is not like anybody else's. They beat up on some bad teams, and they do like to get up and down the floor and like to score the basketball. If you look at their point averages, they average 68 points a game. Mm-hmm. Looking back over our schedule, we've only allowed 68 or more twice, and that was to E-Town and Madison Central. To be honest with you, we've only allowed 7 teams to get in the 60s this year. So our defense will get a challenge tonight. They've got several kids, 4 kids that shoot the three really, really well, and that's their 4 main scorers. So we've got a defensive challenge tonight, and at the same time, we've got to, you know, make shots. That's something that we have done really well, but it's something that can go away at any time. You'd hate for it to be the last game of the season. You want to build momentum, get on a roll, heading into a difficult game Tuesday, to be honest with you.
That's right. And we're about 12 and a half minutes away from the Trojans and the Warriors here in this game in Pulaski Southwestern. Tip off the season with huge savings and score big at Don Franklin Glasgow. This is the Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Central Bank, a bank that believes in lifelong relationships, offers free checking, safe and secure online and mobile banking, friendly local lenders who know you by name and are ready to invest in your success. Convenient lobby and drive-through hours, including Saturdays, to better serve you. South Central Bank has been serving communities across Kentucky for nearly 50 years. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. Member FDIC.
And they shoot 44.5% from the field. They average almost 8 threes a game. They shoot 37.5% from behind the arc, and they're a very good free throw shooting team as well. 78% from the charity stripe, 26.5 rebounds a game. They have a couple of guys that actually combined for 71 threes on the season. That's Evan Smith and Eli Meese. And they have a couple of other guys that have shot or made at least 20 three-point shots. So a very good three-point shooting team. They'll probably put up the threes again tonight. As we mentioned, about 8 threes a game is what they make. Trojans are averaging 58.3 points a game, shooting 43.2% from the field, averaging 5 threes a contest at 34.4%, and they shoot 70% from the foul line and 27 rebounds a game. Trojans were rated 4th in this last final regular season poll in the region, in the Lexington Herald Leader, number 5 in the Bowling Green Daily News, and number 7 in the Sporting Times. On paper, it shows the Trojans as an 8-point favorite tonight. Of course, Barren County got the 51-37 win on the road Tuesday night at Grayson County, shooting 46.5% from the field, knocking down 6 of 13 threes. Mason Griggs had 24 in the game for Coach Warren Cunningham, and Gavin Withrow added 12. And Tate Warner has knocked down 56 three-point shots this year. Gavin Withrow has hit 35.
Yeah, we hit 6 of our 13 threes the other night at Grayson County. More impressively, though, we held them to just 37 points, their lowest output all year long defensively. That was a show that we put on. So hopefully we play with that same intensity tonight. It's a little different team that we'll see. They're not quite the same as Grayson County. They like to obviously get up and down the floor a little bit more. So we're going to have to control the game defensively.
Yeah. Games around the area tonight brought to you by CRS Construction, providing exceptional construction service with the highest attention to detail. And there's several games on the schedule for tonight. Metcalfe County's at Campbellsville, a girl-boy doubleheader. Allen County Scottsville's at Cumberland County. Russellville girls at Davis County tonight, while the Russellville boys play at Apollo. Muhlenberg County girls at Edmondson County, while the Muhlenberg boys are at Warren Central. Glasgow girls at Greene County tonight. The Greene County boys are at LaRue. Glasgow boys are at Russell County tonight, while Russell County girls, I don't know on the schedule, it shows them playing 2 different places, 2 different teams, McCreary Central or South Laurel. Flip a coin and figure out which one they're going to play. South Warren girls and boys in Ohio County. Also, Monroe County boys host Caverna tonight, and Hopkinsville girls are at Todd Central. And we'll take a break and come back with our starting lineups of tonight's game, the Barren County Trojans and the Pulaski Southwestern Warriors, as we continue our coverage. Don Franklin Glasgow Countdown to Tip-Off pregame report on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. And welcome back to Pulaski Southwestern High School here in Somerset as the Trojans come back out of the court for their pregame warm-ups. Take a look at tonight's starting lineups, and they're brought to you by SCRTC Total Communications. Pulaski Southwestern Warriors under head coach Chris Baker, starting Evan Smith, 6'1", 165 senior, averaging 21 points, 6 rebounds a game. Andrew Jones, 6'4", 185 senior, 12 points and 7 rebounds. Lucas Maybrier, 5'10", 135 senior, 12.5 points a game. Eli Meese, 5'10", 165, sophomore, averages 9. And Ethan Meadows, 6'2", 205 senior, averages 4.5. 4 seniors and a sophomore in the starting lineup for the Warriors of Pulaski Southwestern. For the Barren County Trojans, under 13th year head coach Warren Cunningham, his assistant coaching staff Lee Johnson, Matt Gardner, Jared Browning, and Austin Burge. Gavin Withrow, 5'9", 150 senior, averaging 9 points a game. Tate Pointer, 6', 160 junior, averages 12.2. Ryan Shirley, 6'2", 190 junior, 5.3 points, 5 rebounds. Mason Griggs, 6'1", 155 junior, 15 points, 4.5 boards. Corbin Murphy, 6'3", 235 and a senior, averaging 1.8. And we'll come back with the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial Opening Half after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7. Western High School here in Somerset, the Trojans and the Warriors. Final regular season game before we head to the district tournament starting Monday night at Barren County High School. The officials out of Region 12, sponsored by Barren County Sheriff Kent Keene. First quarter of action brought to you by German American Bank, supporting the communities they serve and believe that when a community thrives, its people prosper. Zaxby's keys to the game.
We're going to have to control the game defensively, and I think that means control the tempo. We cannot let them get out, get their three-point shooters on a roll, and them get up to close to their point average of 68 a game. They're not very good defensively, obviously averaging about giving up 70 points a game, so we really need to take advantage of that and attack them offensively as well. So control the tempo, be solid defensively, and just attack them, and we'll have the chance as we get the opening tip.
Yeah, Barren County in gray tonight, burgundy numbers and letters outlined in gold, and the Warriors of Pulaski County. Warriors across the front of their jerseys in orange. They have the dark blue numbers, white uniforms, and your famous checkerboard stripes down the side.
It's like a fad or something.
I think it is. Barren County with the basketball. As Shirley has it, needs to get rid of it. He'll give it back out to Pointer on the right side of the floor. As they get rid of it to Griggs. Griggs works it down in there to Murphy. Murphy posted down low, kicks it back to Pointer for the three. It is in the air, got it.
Murphy had the size advantage and could have taken his man, picked up his dribble. Tay slid over where he could see him. Murphy assisted on the three.
Peoples Bank three to start the ball game. Here's a leaning shot up and in for Evan Smith.
You see, they don't take very long in their possessions. They go right at it.
Yep. Withrow with the basketball. Griggs on the right wing. Griggs, right elbow. His jumper is off the mark. And a rebound comes off to Jones for Pulaski Southwestern. Down the court, Maybreyer on the left side of the floor. Out top, they work it off to Smith. Smith now goes right side with it to Meese. Meese will hand it back off. A little weave going on. 17-footer right side, way short. Rebound falls in the hands of Ryan Shirley. Ahead up to Withrow. Withrow falls down and is stolen. Warriors with the basketball, driving for the layup. Shot up and in. That's a tough shot by Jones.
Looked like he tucked it, ran for about 5 yards.
And Pulaski Southwestern with a 4-3 lead. It's hard to look through these rails and the screens as we're high above courtside in behind the backboard on the Warriors end of the floor.
Need a booster seat.
BCHS Live has a lot better view of it than we do. Here's Withrow with it on the left wing. Gets a screen from Murphy. Oh, Murphy was wide open. They didn't see him. He turns and gives it off to Pointer. Pointer on the right side of the floor, backs out to the corner, bounces it out to Shirley. He'll give it to Withrow. Withrow left of the circle, brings it back out to set it up. Man-to-man defense by Pulaski Southwestern. Pointer another three. Got it!
A team that likes to go up and down doesn't like to have long defensive possession. So if you're patient, you're going to eventually get a good shot like that one.
And going inside, here's a shot flipped up and in by Smith. That's two of them for Evan Smith. We've got a tie game at 6, 5:50 to play in the first quarter.
Giving up several layups already. We've got to get back and set up defensively.
Withrow goes left side to Pointer. Pointer trying to get to the left elbow. He'll give it to Griggs. Back to Pointer. Left wing three. No good. And the rebound comes off to Jones.
Beat the hot hand, but just wasn't able to connect.
Smith with it on the right side. Smith crossover dribble in the lane. His jumper is up. It is good.
Remind me a lot of Madison Central in the way they attack the rim. They just go right at it, handoff type situation, and look to attack.
Smith has 6 of Pulaski Southwestern's 8. Here's Griggs trying to work it into the lane. He'll give it to Shirley, left of the lane. Spin move. Can't go. Gives it back out to Griggs. Left of the circle. Griggs goes left side with it to Shirley. Shirley sends it out top. Withrow straight away, three. In and out. And Shirley goes for the offensive board to the left baseline. Whistle, and he stepped on the in line. Turnover gives it back to Pulaski Southwestern. They lead it 8-6. 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Smith with the basketball for the Warriors on the right side. He'll hand it off to Meese. Three in the air. Good for Meese. That's his 39th three-pointer of the year for Pulaski Southwestern. And Coach Warren Cunningham wants a timeout as they pulled out to an 11-6 lead over the Trojans.
They're nowhere as good as Madison Central, but they have a lot of similarities like I talked about a while ago. They like to drive, and if you help down and collapse down into the lane to stop those drives, they've got a lot of places they can kick it with 4 guys I guess 4 of their starters actually really like and can shoot that 3, and so it makes it a tough defensive matchup. That's how you've got to really talk. You got to rotate. You got to be on your game defensively, and so far tonight we haven't. They have only missed 1 shot. They are 5 of 6, including that 1-3 that forced Warren to call the timeout.
People's Bank timeout. People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. 4:48 to play. First quarter, 11-6. Pulaski Southwestern. Withrow dribbles left, reverses right, back right with that backdoor pass up and in for Tay Pointer.
Coming out of the timeout, perfect execution on the back cut.
And give Withrow the Edward Jones, Jamie Harris assist. Here's Smith giving it out now, working it in the lane. Here's a shot flipped up, no good, short for Maybrier. And Withrow has it for the Trojans. He works it down, stops, almost threw it away. Shirley left of the lane, out to Pointer. Pointer wants to dribble into the paint. He'll go up with a shot. It is not going to count. They're going to call him for an offensive foul.
Probably the case is it looked like Meese was the one that took it. It was just a really, really, really late whistle. The ball had actually gone through the net.
Substitution for Pulaski Southwestern is Lakin Nazario, 6'1", 165 senior that averages 4 points a game. They had a Nazario that played in Logan County last year. And Nazario with the basketball against Tay Pointer. Bounce pass on the left side of the key. They work it around to the right side to Maybrier. Maybrier out of the right wing. Back out to Nazario. Back to Maybrier against Gavin Withrow. Now they give it to Smith. Smith, jump shot, 18-foot, stayed away, got it.
Just made a little dribble crossover move, pull up.
13-8, Pulaski Southwestern. Shirley with the basketball, hands it off to Pointer. He dropped it. Going to have to do something with it.
Got to get rid of it.
Well, he dribbled it anyway. I guess.
Got lucky.
And here's Griggs trying to drive. Spin move the lane, puts it up, rolled it in over the rim.
Good strength.
Mason Griggs' first 2 points as Pointer had scored the first 8 for Barren County. And working with it is Jones. His shot from 10, good.
Wow. They're really good for 15 feet. They were at least forcing them a little bit further out than we did to start the basketball game.
15-10. Barren County trailing by 5 here. Withrow with a 15-footer on the left side. Swish.
Step back answer there from Gavin. Good job creating separation from his defender.
15-12. Nazario with the basketball. Hands it off to Maybrier. Finds Smith down inside. Puts it up and in and draws a foul. He's already got 10 points here in this quarter. And the clock's still running. It's still running. And nobody sees it. There's at least 12 seconds it's rolled off the clock. 13, 14. Yeah, they need to put about 15 seconds back on the clock. Foul was on Griggs, his first, team second. And the free throw is on the way, and it is good for Smith. He shoots 86% from the foul line. 17-13 the score. It was 15 seconds went off the clock.
Yeah, he added down. The clock keeper added 3 back and said, is that okay?
So I guess as long as it's not a real tight game. So give it to Lane Stevens. Hands it back off to Griggs. He tries to penetrate. Spin move. Left-handed shot up and in, falling away.
We made our last 4. Keeping pace.
Still 4 down. 18-14. Smith in the paint. Goes up with a shot. Rolled it off. No good. Aiden Miller with the rebound who just checked in for Coach Warren Cunningham. Here's Griggs driving to the basket. Gets bumped. Shot goes up and in.
I don't think Miller tapped it.
I don't think
he got really close.
Yeah, he got close, but Griggs gets the bucket. 18-16 to score. He pushed off. That's going to be a foul. Should have been a foul on Jones. He pushed off. But they're going to call it on Lane Stevens.
We've been really good the other night at Grayson County. I thought that crew was excellent out of region. So we've been kind of lucky that way. Hopefully we get that tonight.
Right. As Jones has a basketball, spins into the lane, off balance shot up and in.
Got to take a charge there. Lane let him right into Miller, who's got to be there to take that offensive foul.
And it's already 20-16. We got a minute 37 to play. Withrow, bounce pass right side to Lane Stevens, back out to Withrow. Sends it left side over to Pointer.
They gone 3-2 zone.
Back to Withrow. Penetrating underneath to Miller, has a shot blocked from behind by Nazario out of bounds. It'll stay with the Trojans underneath their basket. 1:25 left in the quarter. 20-16, Pulaski Southwestern. Griggs in the corner to Pointer. Out to Withrow. They work it inside. Here's Griggs with a jumper in and out. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be taken there by Galloway, who just checked in for the Warriors. Here is Smith with a jumper. 12-footer, no good. Rebound to Griggs. Griggs down the middle of the floor. Stops. Free throw line. And pass is going to be kicked, they say, and it'll go back to Barren.
Fortunate they got that off the foot because it really went off our hands. I'm not sure we can keep up this offensive pace. Something's got to give.
Griggs throws it out to Withrow, top of the circle, dribbles it off to the left side. Now Withrow will set things up, just under a minute to play here in the first quarter.
Stay in zone.
Left side it comes to Pointer. Bounce pass back to Withrow. Withrow dribbles to the left side, now reverses back right. He needs some help, bounces it out to Griggs. Griggs working around off the screen. Pointer, long, deep three, right side, no good. Rebound comes off to Smith for Pulaski Southwestern.
Step too far out there.
Now Smith will set things up with 35 seconds to play here in the first quarter.
You see why he averages 21. He's had a nice offensive quarter.
Yeah, they may try to hold it for one shot here. Down to 22 seconds.
Would by far be their longest possession of the game if they did.
Nazario looking up at the clock. 15 seconds to play. Griggs out on Nazario. Now he puts down the dribble. Works it right side, hands it off to Smith, and he stepped on the sideline right in front of Coach Warren Cunningham.
Be their first turnover of the quarter. They've been offensively efficient.
Trojans down 20-16, 8 seconds to go. First period. Withrow, left side, Pointer. Back out to Withrow. Three, if it goes, it is no good. And the rebound, it'll be it for the first quarter. And Pulaski Southwestern leads it 20-16 over Barren County. We'll be back after this break. This is Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Financial advisor, take time to really listen to you. Is your financial strategy
on your farm to mess around. CPC Commodities understands, so they provide quality feeds that can stay behind. CPC Commodities offers direct farm delivery options for bag feed, tubs, or water. CPC Commodities, River on our farm and call toll-free at 888-618-6455.
You're listening to Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now back to courtside with James.
And the second quarter here from Somerset at Pulaski Southwestern High School, brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Trojans trail 20-16 after Evan Smith scored 11 points for the Warriors in that first period. Barren County was led by Tay Pointer with 8 and Mason Griggs with 6.
He shot the ball well, 7 of 14 for 50%. The problem is they were 9 of 12. They shoot 75% in the first quarter.
Maybrier with the basketball coming off to the left side as he circles around, gives it down in low there to Jones. Is poked away from behind by Withrow, but couldn't get to the basketball. Back out it comes to Smith. Smith takes Pointer one-on-one, goes in for the shot, put it up, no good. Pointer with a rebound for the Trojans. Pointer down the middle of the floor, top of the key, sends it over to Lane Stevens. Lane Stevens back out to Withrow. 30 seconds gone to the second quarter. Barren down 4. Bounce pass right side over to Griggs. Gives to Pointer. Left side to Withrow. Here's a looping pass underneath to Griggs. Cutting back on the back door, and he put it up and in.
Good job. We've ran a couple plays for Mason tonight. Both of those have been productive. Gets us within a bucket.
20-18. Maybrier at the left elbow, in trouble, has to float it back out to Jones. Jones now hands it off to Meese. And now here's a three from the left wing that is no good from Maybrier. Offensive rebound, put up, no good. Ball slapped out, and Meese throws it back up and in.
They get 3 looks at it. They're going to make one.
22-18, Pulaski Southwestern. Here's a floater shot. Good. High off the window for Gavin Withrow.
That was a great shot. We got to be careful a little bit. We're falling into this up and down pace, trying to just match bucket for bucket.
And here's a pass broken up and stolen by Aiden Miller as he tries to get out of traffic. And we got a foul called, and they're going to put it on Meadows. His first, team's first.
Their first foul of the basketball game. We played, 9.5 minutes.
Right. And Southwestern calls for the timeout at 6:33 to go here in the first half. Barren County trailing 22-20. Don't forget, 15th District basketball begins Monday night at Barren County High School. Halftime tonight, we will kind of make some predictions from the district tournaments throughout the 4th region, as we always do in the final night of the regular season. Of course, the boys will take to the court on Monday night. Allen County Scottsville, the 1 seed, against 4 seed Monroe County at 5:30. Barren County Trojans, Glasgow Scotties about 7:45 to 8 o'clock, somewhere in there. We'll have the broadcast of all the tournament games from the 15th District this next week, beginning at 5:15 on Monday and Tuesday nights.
Yeah, different start time, 5:30 instead of 6. So.
Colton Stevens on the court for Barren County, 5'7" junior, handling the basketball. Now dribbles with the left hand, and now goes back right, picks up his dribble, and is swatted away. It is stolen by Meadows, and he lost the handle, and that's going to be a turnover as they'll give it right back to Barren.
Tried to run a little isolation play for Aiden. A lot of times we run that like we talked about with Mason. Just did not get a good enough angle. He went too flat instead of coming up more of the lane line there.
Colton Stevens with the basketball for the Trojans, guarded out there by Nazario. Now needs some help. Sends it off to Griggs. Griggs long range right. Griggs sends it back out to Stevens. The left side it comes to Shirley, halfway to the corner. And now here's Withrow. Back out to Stevens. Stevens gets it in there to Shirley. Posted up, spin move. He's going to be called for steps.
Yep. Lost his balance. Couldn't keep his feet to make the spin move in the paint.
Corbin Murphy will check back in the Trojan lineup. He will come in for Aiden Miller.
No foul trouble yet. There's just 4 fouls between the two teams in the whole game.
Yeah. It's been up and down. Nazario with the basketball against Griggs. Angles off to the right side, hands to Meese. Circling around out top. Here's a three-point try in the air. No good. And rebounding there coming off to Withrow. Withrow on the run, throws up the floater, rims good.
Just quick end to end. We're 3 of 3 this quarter, and it's all been quick hitters.
Ties it at 22. Meese with the basketball, working across the paint, turns and fires up the fall-away shot and hits it.
Nowhere to go. He just decided to turn and throw one up and went in.
That's 7 points for Meese. He only averages 9 a game, and it's 24-22, Pulaski Southwestern.
We've never been able to get the lead, have we?
No. Left side, Griggs, or rather right side, Griggs. Now trying to throw it over the top. It's deflected and stolen.
Can't throw through their hands.
Yep. And Smith with the basketball. Smith, little shake and bake move. Crossover, throws it up in the lane. Got it.
Really tough, but you're isolating him one-on-one all the way down the middle of the lane. Somebody's got to step up and help Gavin.
13 for Smith. He has half of the points for the Warriors. 26-22, Pulaski Southwestern. Withrow. He'll fire it up from 17 straight away. Good.
Gavin's having another good game right now, keeping us in it.
8 points for Gavin Withrow, 26-24. Barren down 2. Here is Smith driving left of the lane, trying to throw up the shot, and he's getting a foul here on Barren, and it'll be on
Withrow, I think.
And that'll be his first. Barren County's 4th of the half, and that's going to send Smith to the free throw line. 86% foul shooter. He's already scored 13 points in this game. Free throw shot on the way. Good. They shoot 78% as a team.
Yeah, they shoot 45% from the field in general and almost 40% from the three. So they're just a really good shooting team altogether.
27-24. Second shot's good for Smith. 28-24. Mason Griggs playing the point right now. Withrow's on the bench. Like he's holding his left knee there for a second. He must have hit knees or something. Here's a nice, tough shot inside there as Corbin Murphy put the putback when Miller missed the shot. Corbin Murphy gets his first two.
Little ante over from one side to the other.
28-26. There's a collision. Oh, they're going to call a blocking foul on Murphy.
Probably the right call. Corbs was a step late, reacting and sliding over to position.
His first, team's fifth, and going to the free throw line will be. Well, I don't have a 15.
I was going to say, neither do I.
I believe he said coffee. I believe the PA announcer said coffee, so we'll mark that. Missed the first shot. He'll have another one, and the second one is missed. Rebound to Ryan Shirley. 3:53 left in the half. It's been a quick half so far. 28-26. Corner, feeds it in the middle. Turnaround jump shot from Miller. No good. Chasing it down is Griggs to the left baseline. A whistle and a foul on Southwestern. They're going to put it on 32. And that is Brody Perkins, who just checked in. 6'3", 215 sophomore. That's only the second team foul of the Warriors here in this half. Ball comes into Miller in the left corner. He'll give it out to Shirley. Shirley now gives to Pointer on the left wing. Pointer brings it back out, and he'll throw it to Griggs. Griggs goes back left side to Pointer. Pointer feeds it in there to Miller at the left elbow. Back out to Pointer. Now Shirley working around to the left side. Reverses out top. Griggs, right side Pointer. As he puts down the dribble. Bounce pass left side over to Griggs. He's hoping for a three, but doesn't take it. Works it across the lane. Now you have to get out of there. Gives it off to Pointer. Fires it up top of the key. No. Tapped up in the air by Miller. It's tapped back out to Griggs. Pointer. Distance three. Good.
Good job keeping that ball alive. That was 2 offensive rebounds for us. That trip ends with a 3 on a second chance bucket.
And Barren County takes the lead 29-28 on that Peoples Bank 3 by Tay Pointer, and that's 3 of them here in this half. Here's a shot over the lane coming up short. Smith has it ripped away by Ryan Shirley. Ahead up to Miller. Miller, jump stop, goes under, puts it in.
That's a big-time move by Aiden Miller. I like to see that offense coming out of 42 there.
31-28 the score. Trojans lead it by 3, 2.5 to go here in the second quarter. Nazario with a spin move, shoots over Griggs, it's no good. Rebound to Pointer for the Trojans.
See if we can get a little run here.
Pointer to the middle. Right side, Griggs goes back left to Pointer. Now he puts down the dribble. Hands it off out top. Griggs straight away 3. It is bouncing high and off. Rebound Miller. He gets undercut. And there's going to be a foul called on Meese. That'll be his first. Third foul of the Warriors here in the first half.
Aiden tried to flip it back up real quick as he was going down, but they didn't buy that to give him free throws.
So with 2:10 left to go here in the first half, Barren up by 3. Miller will toss it in right side the bucket. Comes out in the right corner to Shirley. Now Withrow back in the game. Turnaround shot is blocked on Miller. And here come the Warriors into the front court. Jones on the right side, hands to Maybrier. Maybrier to the free throw line. Left wing, 3 in the air. Good for Meese.
It's his second one, isn't it?
Yep, ties it up at 31. Minute 48 left in the half. Shirley with the basketball. Hands it off out to Pointer. Pointer penetrating, runner in the lane. Good.
We've gotten a ton of shots off this quarter.
13 for Tay Pointer. 33-31. Trojans by 2. Here's Jones driving the bucket, and he is going to be fouled. Going to put it on Ryan Shirley. His first, team 6th.
A little disappointed we haven't been able to take a charge against some of those drives.
Yeah. And Jones is a 72.5% foul shooter on the year. Scored 6 points in the first quarter. And the shot goes up. It's good.
Don't want to put them at the stripe at all, much less late in games.
Right. 33-32 Trojans with 1:32 left to go here in the second quarter. Jones back to the line for his second free throw shot. And it's in the air, and it's good. Ties it at 33. We've got a minute and a half to go before the second quarter ends. Withrow out between the circles. Still on the dribble. And going to have to get rid of it as Maybrier stuck with him there. He's going to drive to the basket and puts it up. It's no good.
Grabbed his arm and took him down.
Yep, no foul there. They're trying to work it inside the paint. Jumper up good for Smith. 35-33. Southwestern back on top by 2 with a minute to play in the half.
Thought we were going to go on a little run, and they've ended up coming back and actually taking the lead.
Withrow. Backdoor underneath. Griggs puts it up. Oh, it came off the rim. Looked like a foul there and no whistle.
Thought so. He tried to double pump it, though, instead of doing what he normally does, just playing through contact.
And it's Smith with the basketball. Hands it off to Maybrier. Left elbow jumper. No. Rebound in there by Miller, and he's going to be fouled. As 21 came over the top. That's Meadows, his second, team's fourth. 39.6 seconds to play. Barren County down 2, 35-33 as Gavin Withrow will walk it up over the midcourt stripe. Withrow trying to get the offense set up. Goes right side with it to Shirley. 25 seconds left. They go inside there to Griggs. He's in a trap and threw it away. Here comes Smith with it. Smith driving, throws it up. It is good and a foul. Withrow his second, team seventh. As Pulaski Southwestern goes up by 4, 37-33. Jones is 3 for 3 at the line, make it 4 for 4. And now a 5-point lead for the Warriors with 15.7 seconds to play. Withrow brings it across the line. Pass right over to Griggs. Out to Pointer, back over to Withrow. 5 seconds to go. Pointer straight away, 3. No good. Rebound Shirley. Back to Pointer. Let it for 3. Bounces and comes off the rim. That's the end of the second quarter, and here at halftime, it's Pulaski Southwestern 38 and Barren County 33. We'll come back with our halftime report in a moment. Brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Always remember, if you find a vehicle on DonFranklinAuto.com, Don Franklin will then bring that vehicle to Glasgow and let you experience the Don Franklin difference. This is Barren County basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
Scotty's Contracting in Stone has stood the test of time, quality being their top priority. Scotty's has been serving South Central Kentucky for nearly 50 years. As your local paving contractor, Scotty's is community-minded and community-involved. Therefore, we should go the extra mile to help their neighbors and friends. Scotty's Contracting believes home is where the heart is. Therefore, you and your family to love the path that leads you to it. You can increase the value of your home by making a driveway. Whether you're selling your home or
And welcome back to Somerset, Pulaski Southwestern High School as the Trojans trail 3. This is the South Central Bank halftime report. South Central Bank, small enough to know you, big enough to help. 20-16 at the end of the first quarter in favor of the Warriors, and in the second quarter, Pulaski Southwestern outscored Barren County 18-17. Looking at scoring and stats in the first half for the Warriors, they had 15 field goals. 2 of those were three-pointers. They were 6 of 8 from the free throw line. Evan Smith, who averages 21 points a game for Coach Chris Baker, already has 20 here in the first half. He had 8 baskets and 4 of 4 from the foul line. Eli Meese, who averages 9 points a game, already has 10 in this one, a couple of threes and 2 two-point baskets. Andrew Jones has 8 points in the first half with 3 baskets and 2 of 2 from the foul line. So only 3 players have scored for the Warriors here in the first half. Smith with 20, Meese with 10, Jones with 8. For the Trojans in the first half, same amount of field goals, 15. 3 of those were three-pointers, all made by Tay Pointer. And the Trojans did not get to the free throw line in the first half. Tay Pointer has 13 to lead the Trojans in scoring off 3 trays and a couple of two-point baskets. 8 points for Gavin Withrow, also 8 from Mason Griggs. 2 points each for Corbin Murphy and Aiden Miller. Ryan Shirley started the ball game, did not score. Colton Stevens and Lane Stevens saw minutes but did not score in the first half. And foul situation in the first half, 7 whistled against the Trojans, 4 on the Warriors, and looked like there could have been a whole lot more on the Warriors there in the first half.
Yeah, just a little disparity in the fouls. We're driving, we're going right at the bucket. As much as we have, especially like Gavin and even Aiden and Mason, all of them driving towards the rim, and we haven't shot. You say we haven't shot any free throws?
No.
I guess I didn't realize that, but I mean we have gone hard and not gotten a lot of foul calls. So, and they've been to the line a ton. Clearly, 5-point deficit could have easily been made up at the line. So, you don't expect to get a ton of calls out of region, so you just got to be prepared for that, play through it, and adjust to the way the game's being called. You put this into perspective a little bit. We gave up 38 points in the first half. We gave up 37 to Grayson the whole game the other night. So, this team really is testing us defensively, especially Smith, who averages 21 a game and has 20 at halftime. That was another difference. We held all of Grayson County scores very they were very limited there in the first half. But Jones averages 12. He's got 8. Meese has got more than his average, and Smith pretty much have it. So their main players are really stepping up for them. We've got to adjust defensively. I know Warren doesn't want to go zone, but we've got to change something defensively, if that's talking, communicating, helping, whatever it is. But stat-wise, both teams shot the ball pretty well. 15 of 31 were the Trojans, 48%, just hit 3 of 10 threes. The Warriors were 15 of 25. They shot it better than us, obviously 60%, and they hit 2 of 4 threes. We out-rebounded them 16-9. We had 7 turnovers compared to 4 for Southwestern.
And individually, Gavin Withrow picked up 2 fouls, 1 each on Pointer, Shirley, Griggs, Murphy, and Lane Stevens. And Pulaski Southwestern, 2 on Ethan Meadows, 1 on Meese, and 1 on Perkins. So our score here at the break, 38-33. Pulaski Southwestern. Coca-Cola scoreboard update. Open a Coke and enjoy the game. Down in Russell Springs tonight, the Glasgow Scotties trail the Lakers at halftime 30-19. That's about the only score I've got right now. You got anything?
Yeah, a couple right here. Allen County's up 3 over Cumberland County. That's a girls' game. Allen County 24, Cumberland County 21. That's a halftime score. That was just the first one that popped up, and maybe the only one I've got. Western's up 38-25 in their first-round game against, I think that's Texas San Antonio. Western, the 1 seed in that Conference USA tournament, and San Antonio, the 4 seed. And that looks like all I've got without scrolling a little bit more here.
Okay. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look at the district tournaments that are going to be happening. Actually, they start Sunday. A couple of them do. A couple of the district tournaments start Sunday, while the rest start on Monday. We'll try to kind of go over the games and who we think who might win those games, and we'll take a look at that as our halftime report continues. We'll have the Farmers RECC Jackie Browning Memorial second half and third quarter brought to you by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. 38-33. Warriors over the Trojans here at the break. This is Barren County Basketball presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
At the People's Bank, we are proud to offer one-on-one personal financial service. Hello, this is Chairman Adam, Chairman, President, and CEO. We strive to give you the banking you deserve. With friendly atmosphere, we're more than just a number. We offer all that you come to expect from your bank, including online and mobile banking. We are a community bank. People's Bank, working with you. We're FDIC equal housing bank.
Excellence starts with a solid foundation. CRS Construction Company is a business that lays down that solid foundation, getting construction sites ready for new builds. A family-owned commercial and industrial construction company based in Glasgow. The owners have a combined experience of over 60 years in the construction business. We specialize in excavation, site development, and site utilities. Put CRS to work on your next job and know it will be a success. Barren County Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow.
And back here in Somerset at Pulaski Southwestern with the Trojans trail here at the break to the Warriors 38-33. District tournament action begins around the region. Actually, a couple of them start on Sunday afternoon. The 13th and the 16th districts do. Take a look at the 13th district with the boys. Franklin Simpson taking on Todd Central, and then Russellville against Logan County in those matchups. You'd have to think Franklin Simpson is the favorite in the boys' 13th district, taking on 4-seed Todd Central. Russellville, Logan County, that could be interesting basketball game there. I'm not sure where the district is. They don't have it posted online yet. But in the girls, Franklin Simpson and Todd Central, same four schools playing each other in both boys and girls. Russellville taking on Logan County. And so right now, on paper, Franklin Simpson considered the favorite there, with Russellville the second best team.
You definitely have to think Franklin Simpson is definitely the boys' favorite. You saw them; they come in and gave the Trojans a good game and actually beat us. They've only been beat 3 times this year. And the girls, Franklin's girls, maybe the favorite there, even though they got beat by 40 the other night by Bowling Green.
Yeah.
I just don't see, that's a very weak girls district. I just don't see anybody beating them right now. So I think Franklin probably sweeps that district.
14th district at Bowling Green will start Monday. And the boys, South Warren, the 4 and 5. South Warren against Warren East. The winner will play Bowling Green, the 1 seed. Then on Wednesday, Warren Central and Greenwood, the 2-3 seeds. Championship on Thursday. Bowling Green, the heavy favorite in the 14th district. But you kind of wonder who will come out between Warren Central and Greenwood.
Yeah, Bowling Green boys have only been beaten twice, once by E-Town and once by Ballard. They have not been beaten in this region, so you think they're the heavy favorite. But I like that Greenwood matchup. You know, Greenwood 14-10. Warren Central has just played 13 games, so you know, Warren Central beat them pretty handily earlier in the season, but it could be a tough game. Greenwood definitely likes to score the basketball, so Central will have to slow them down.
And they'll be playing on a neutral floor and a college floor at that, Warren Central and Greenwood, with the tournament at Bowling Green High. Girls 14th District, Monday, Warren East takes on South Warren. In that 4-5 game, the winner will play Bowling Green. Then on Wednesday night of that week, Warren Central against Greenwood. So you got the same teams playing each other as far as the schools go, both the girls and boys in the 14th District.
If you'd have told me Warren East would be the 4th seed in that district coming into the year, I would have a hard time believing you. They've really struggled this year, but I don't think it matters who wins that game. Bowling Green girls are just playing tremendously well right now. And the Greenwood-Warren Central game could be a really, really good game. Greenwood has played well all year. They've been rated as high as, well, number 1, I think, haven't they?
They were at one time. One week they were number 1.
I mean, that's just polls and doesn't matter when they come into it. So
you can throw the records out the window, the polls out the window, the ratings out the window. It all starts over.
Yeah, they've got 3 good players, though. So, I mean, I think Greenwood has a better chance.
Overall, I think
it might be a 60-40 game there, though.
Yeah. 16th at Cumberland County. We'll leave the 15th for last. 16th at Cumberland County starts Sunday afternoon. The boys with Clinton County against Cumberland County. And then on Monday night, Russell County, Metcalfe County. Clinton County considered the favorite in the 16th.
Yeah, Clinton County definitely the favorite. Russell County's up against Glasgow right now. Russell County.
That could be a good game between Russell County and Metcalfe County.
Yeah, right now they're like the next 2 teams in the region, although Metcalfe is a 6-point favorite by the RPI. So they're right next to each other in the ratings. It really just depends on, if Metcalfe can score the basketball and how well they shoot it. Where's that district? At Cumberland County. So neither team has the home court advantage there.
Yeah. Girls side of the 16th District, you have Russell County against Cumberland County and Metcalfe County against Clinton County. Russell County the 1 seed, Cumberland the 4, Metcalfe the 2, Clinton the 3. Russell County been playing a little bit better as of late with Star Markham back of the lineup. Metcalfe County has been up and down all season, but Clinton County has played pretty well as of late. So Russell County right now considered the favorite in the 16th girls.
It's probably hard to argue against them, although Cumberland County, they're a feisty basketball team. They've got a couple of good pieces. I like what she's doing down there, to be honest with you. It would be a big upset, but you probably think Russell and maybe Metcalfe in that semi.
Yep. Leaving the 15th for last, starting Monday night at Barren County. 5:30 the boys, Allen County Scottsville against Monroe County, then Barren County and Glasgow in the nightcap. Allen County Scottsville Patriots considered the favorite over Monroe County in that game. Allen County the number 1 seed, Monroe the 4. Barren and Glasgow have had 2 close games this year. And Allen County Scottsville more than likely the favorite over Monroe County. Barren County and Glasgow could be a toss-up. It could go down to who's making shots, but Barren has the home court advantage. So that's going to be an interesting game.
Yeah, if you look at it on the RPI side, we're a 13-point favorite over Glasgow. I think there's no way that's probably going to actually come to reality. Allen County a heavy favorite over Monroe.
Yeah.
Right now, if you look just at RPI, Barron's 5th in the region, and we're number 1 team in the 15th district. If you go by that.
If you go by that. Then the girls on Tuesday night, 5:30, Trojanettes and the Lady Patriots, and then Monroe County and Glasgow in the second game around 7:45, 8 o'clock. Barren County Trojanettes are considered the favorite to win the 15th district for the 4th year in a row. But Allen County Scottsville will be fired up and ready to go against the Trojanettes. But if the Trojanettes can play their game like they're capable of, they shouldn't have any problem with the Lady Patriots. Monroe County Glasgow could be an interesting game.
Yeah, I think that's the upset special pick of if that is the thing or not. A lot of people like Monroe County to maybe pull that upset.
So anything can happen. They call it the second season. They call it 1 game sudden death. Everybody starts out 0-0, and should be a fun week next week at Barren County High School Gym. Yeah, we'll have all the games on the radio for you next week. BCHS Live will be there as well, as we'll have all the tournament coverage of every game throughout the 15th District Tournament, and also hopefully most of the 4th Region. If the Trojans and Trojanettes win their districts, they'll host a first-round regional tournament Plymouth game.
More
on that later.
A little extra motivation to win the district. You got a definite second or really first-round game where you have a home court advantage. So Trojans and Trojanettes can play their next 3 games at home if it all worked out in their favor.
Zaxby, second half keys of the game quick.
Got to find a way to slow them down.
Yeah.
Easy set.
They average 68.5 points a game. Ryan Shirley, right elbow, feeds it down low. In there to Griggs. He puts it up strong, too hard. Whistle and a foul. And they're going to put it on 12. That's Smith.
He didn't want to call that foul, did he?
No.
Didn't want to call that foul. They had actually had the ball out of the rim or off the rim and going the other way. So let's see if we get some more favorable foul calls and get to the stripe here. Got a chance.
First free throws tonight for Barren County. And Mason Criggs puts it up and in. Criggs is shooting 79.5% from the foul line. And that's point number 9 to cut the lead to 4 for Pulaski Southwestern. Second shot for Griggs is good.
Warren's really been lobbying these officials.
And a foul. Or what do we got?
Well, Mason tried to sneak in. Mason tried to sneak in and steal the inbounds pass, and he circled around, and he was out of bounds when he touched the ball. That
I couldn't tell from this angle here.
Nothing much. Could have let it go.
Smith has it for Pulaski Southwestern, guarded by Mason Criggs as he crosses the center court line. Angles off to the left side, and now picks up his dribble, gives it in there to the high post, and a turnaround jump shot. Good for Jones.
I mean, they're making that shot, but I'd much rather have them have that in the driving layups they made in the first.
Yep. 40-35, Pulaski Southwestern. Griggs behind the arc on the right side. Now gives it out to Pointer, top of the key. Back over to Griggs. Little head fake, drives into the paint. Cut off in there, back out to Pointer. Now Pointer thinking about the 3. Now he's picked up his dribble. Sends it down to the corner to Murphy. Now Murphy out top. Pointer straight away. 3-point shot. In and out. Rebound comes off to Jones for Pulaski Southwestern. Ahead it goes up to Meese. Long 3, no good. Rebound to Gavin Withrow for the Trojans. Crossover dribble. Down the middle of the floor. Stops. Free throw line. Got pushed from behind. And as he threw it away, he got pushed from behind as he was throwing the ball over to Griggs in the corner. That's what he's talking about right now. Getting fouled is what forced the turnover. Pulaski Southwestern has the basketball. 6:40 to go here in the third. Leading by 5. Left side with it is Maybeyer. Cross-court pass. Meese out of the corner for 3. Good.
He's missed his first one, and he's made his other 3. So he's 3 of 4 from deep. We've got to get out there.
43-35. Their largest lead of the basketball game. Pointer at the free throw line. Behind him gives it to Griggs in the lane. His jump shot good.
Timeout. Barren.
So Griggs gets his 12th point of the game. 43-37, Pulaski Southwestern.
They went on a little run to start this half, and we did not have much to answer, just our first bucket, and it took us a minute and 45 seconds to get it. So they start out with 5 straight, put us in our largest hole of the night at 43-35, down 8, so we had to come back and answer there.
People's Bank timeout. People's Bank in Glasgow working for you. This third quarter is presented by Southern States Glasgow Co-op. Final game of the regular season here on the road tonight at Pulaski Southwestern. Trojanettes will be off an entire week before they play Tuesday night against Allen County Scottsville in the 15th District Basketball Tournament. Smith with the basketball for the Warriors. Gives to Maybrier. They feed it down low, and here's a shot put up. No good, but a foul. Are they going to call a charging foul?
Yeah,
We're finally going to get one.
Finally got one. The official underneath that hadn't blown a whistle more than 2 times, was pretty much forced to call a charge there. I think Griggs took it right to the chest.
And that's the 3rd foul on Ethan Meadows, and the 2nd one on Pulaski Southwestern here in the second half. As Withrow works it to the left side, reverses back right, gets rid of it off to Pointer. Pointer now looking inside. Back over goes to Withrow on the left wing. Back over the right side to Pointer. A little head fake, drives the free throw line, can't shoot, gives it out to Shirley. Back to Griggs, the right elbow, back to Shirley from 17. Rim's no good, tapped out by Griggs. Shirley back to Griggs. He'll throw it over to Withrow. Fakes, drives into the paint. Can't shoot, throws it back out to Griggs. Now he dropped it and had to get rid of it to Withrow. They work it inside. They're going to call an offensive foul on Shirley.
Looked like he kind of spun around him to me, but one for the other, I think, is what they're looking at.
Second foul on Ryan Shirley. First one on Barren here in the second half. 5.5 minutes to go in the third quarter. 6-point lead for Pulaski Southwestern. As Maybrier gets rid of the basketball down to Meese. Meese covered up by Griggs. Back out around the perimeter. They go left side with it. Smith for three. No good. And crashing aboard is Griggs. He got fouled from behind, but no whistle. Murphy back off to Withrow. Pulls up with a 15-foot jumper. It is off the mark. And battle for the rebound. It's going to be taken by Maybrier. Maybrier throws it up, a left-handed shot falling away good.
Gavin had to alter his shot. Had somebody in front and behind. Forced him to miss it, and they get a layup off our miss.
45-37. Porter can't get to it. Hits the bottom of the rim and no foul. Back the other way as Pulaski Southwestern can take their largest lead of the basketball game at a traveling violation out front on Jones.
We've had some empty trips here. Our last 4 shots have been misses. And those empty trips, coupled with a few makes from them, we're flirting with danger zone.
Yeah. As Gavin Withrow handles the basketball, bounce past the right elbow to Griggs, turns, he threw it away. It's intended for Pointer. It just kind of slipped out of his hands as he thought about it, and then had the defender on Pointer.
Yeah, tried to fake it and couldn't pull it back.
Yeah. 45-37, Pulaski Southwestern. 4:18 to play in the third. Maybrier against Withrow, takes him one-on-one. Off of the right side. Now they work it in the paint. Kicks it back over. 3-point shot in the air. In and out. Rebound taken by Pointer for the Trojans. Ahead up to Withrow on the left side. Withrow back to Pointer. Head fake. Fires it. 17-footer. Short off the front of the rim. Rebound comes off to Smith.
Can't settle for those 15-foot jump shots. Not getting anything in the paint right now.
And here's Smith driving, puts it up. It is no good. A whistle. They're going to call a blocking foul on Corbin Murphy.
Corbin tried, stepped up a little too late, and it was a little too far under the rim, possibly.
And that's going to be his second, and the team's second. Of course, the Trojans, again, without Eli Brooks tonight. Missed him in the Grayson County game, and he's not able to play tonight due to finger injury. We'll get Aiden Miller back in the ball game here in just a moment. As Smith is at the line for 2. The first one automatic in there. His 21st point of the game.
It's his average. Still got 3:45 to go here in the third.
Lane Stevens also checking into the Trojan lineup. He'll come in for Ryan Shirley. Second shot also good for Smith.
Largest lead at 8 now.
Yep.
Or back to the largest lead.
22 for Smith. 46-38. Pulaski Southwestern. 3:38 to play in the third.
We just don't look comfortable offensively.
Pointer with it on the left side. Out top it comes to Lane Stevens. Gives to Withrow. Down low in there to Miller. Trying to post up. Head fake. Pumps. Puts it up and no good. And we got a whistle. We're going to call a foul on Mason Griggs. That's 2 on him. So now we have 4 starters with 2 fouls apiece.
Missed our last 6 now.
As Nazario is back in the ball game for the Warriors. Left side, Jones, in underneath the Smith, and he puts it in.
They just back cut us. We got to get a timeout. They just back cut us. We had our back to the basketball, couldn't see, and not good defense right now through 3 periods from the Trojans, giving up almost 50 through not even 3 periods, and we are far from what we normally give up.
Yeah, and we've only scored 4 points here in this third quarter, all of it by Mason Griggs, a basket and 2 free throws. And the largest lead of the night for Pulaski Southwestern at 49-37. 11-4 run by the Warriors.
You look at it and think back to about probably 3 minutes ago in the second period, we might have had a 5-point lead or at least a 3-point, and we had the basketball. A chance to go on a little run to close the half. Went much the other way. They led by 5 at the break and now have extended it to 12. So since that point, we've really struggled. We missed our last 5 shots of the second period, and we have missed all but 1. So we've missed 6 out of 7. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. 6 out of 7 here in the third period.
Yeah, Trojans actually led 33-28 at one time, and now have been outscored 21-4 since then.
Yeah, so I guess that was about the 3 minutes to go, a little less than 3 minutes to go there in the second, and maybe even had the 5-point lead and the ball, a chance to go up 7, maybe 8, and it's gone the other way, like I said. Not over, but we can't keep playing poor offensively and defensively.
Right. Barren County with the basketball. Withrow has it. Bounce pass off to Griggs. Gets a screen from Miller. Speeds it down in low to Miller. In the lane. Shot goes up. Had it blocked. Got a foul call. And let's see. I believe they put it on Jones.
Miller learned from his previous mistake. He tried to spin away, and that time he spun back towards the middle, much closer to the goal, and at least drew the foul.
Miller puts it up and in. Third point of the game for the 6'4 sophomore. Averages 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds.
I think one of the things that's crucial for us here in the next week or so to be successful is get some points from our big men.
Yes.
We cannot rely on our 3 guards to get all of our point production.
As Miller hits both free throws to cut it to 10, it's 49-39, just under 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Smith with the basketball, right side. They go down in low, and a hook shot up, no good. That was Galloway just checked in. Trojans have it. Pointer angles off right. He'll send it straight away out to Griggs. Now Griggs driving to the bucket, puts it up, and it rolls in. Almost came off of the rim.
Sure did.
49-41. 2 straight baskets for the Trojans to cut it to 8 off those 2 free throws by Aiden Miller, and the basket for Griggs. Nazario left side out to Jones. They give it to Smith. Maybrier trying to go. He'll kick it back over to Smith for the 3. It is no good. Rebound put back up and in by Galloway.
They just grabbed it right in front of us, put it back in. Can't happen. Trying to go on a run like that.
51-41, and Miller wasn't looking for the pass from Gavin Withrow. A turnover. Here's Galloway again with a spin move, and he puts it in.
That's not a mistake that you want some of your upperclassmen to make. There's nothing that Aiden can do with it running down the middle of the floor right there. You don't give a big the ball there.
Right, back up to 12. It's 53-41. Griggs, spin move, up with a jumper in the lane. No good, too strong. Rebound comes off to Jones. Gives it to Nazario. Cuts to the middle. He'll give it over to Smith on the left side. Back out to Nazario.
We tried a couple of run and jump possessions. Now we're back to straight man.
Maybrier gets rid of it to Jones. Fakes, drives into the lane, and a whistle and a foul.
We're going to call an offensive foul. They finally got that. Lane got called for the foul earlier when he got pushed away with 2 hands. That time they get the offensive foul as Lane got the elbow.
Who pushed off? Was it Jones? I think they put it on the board.
Hold on, let me see. Yes, it was Jones.
Okay, that's his second. Ryan Shirley back in the game now for Coach Warren Cunningham. And it is Colton Stevens handling the point. Goes to Pointer on the right wing. Gets a screen from Miller. Trying to look for Miller. Couldn't get to him. Now here's a nice move underneath to Miller. He puts it up and in. The pass from Colton Stevens.
Good assist there by Colton. Quick first step. Got him to beat his man. Aiden's had to rotate and left him open.
53-43. Pulaski Southwestern. We're down to a minute to play. Meese with a jumper from 10. It's no good. Crashing aboard is Ryan Shirley for the Trojans. Shirley driving it down the left side. He'll go to Miller on the baseline. A little head fake. Goes under. Flips it off in the right corner to Pointer. Out to Colton Stevens. Down the lane. Up with the left hand and puts it in.
Hey, Colton, 2 great possessions there with an assist and a bucket. Get the lead back down to 8. Yeah. Manageable. Get a stop, though.
38 seconds to play here in the third quarter. 53-45. Pulaski Southwestern. Smith with the basketball. Smith, who has 24 points in the game, had 20 in the first half. Handling out front for the Warriors as they'll hold it for 1 shot, 22 seconds to play.
You know he's going to want to drive, can't help off for their 3-point shooters.
15 seconds left to go. Smith on the dribble, down to 10. And here he goes. Smith sends it off the left corner. Nazario out to Maybrier. Maybrier back to Nazario. Baseline. His shot goes up, hits the side of the backboard, and that'll do it for the third quarter. Barren back within 8. It's 53-45. Pulaski Southwestern will be back with the fourth quarter after this break. This is Barren County High Basketball, presented by Don Franklin Auto Glasgow on 104thescore.com and Nash 103.7.
People experience mysteries that challenge them. It looks, sounds, and tastes delicious. But how does one explain the great taste if there are 0 calories and 0 sugar? Some mysteries are just mysterious. Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, unbelievably delicious. No TV binging session is complete without the unbelievably delicious 0-calorie taste of Coke Zero Sugar.
Starting growing and running a business, many unique challenges possible. German Americans looking to save money. That's why we are raising the standard of innovative
$53-45. As we enter quarter number 4, brought to you by South Central Bank. Small enough to know you, big enough to help. Trojans down by 8 as we head into the final 8 minutes, 53-45, as the Trojans got outscored 15-12 in the third period. Maybrier gets it into Smith. As Smith works against Griggs into the front court. Bounce pass comes off to Meadows. They work it around over to Maybrier. Maybrier back out to Smith. Smith jumps it up from 17, and he swishes it through.
Can't stop him right now.
26 for Smith. 55-45, Pulaski Southwestern. Lane Stevens with the basketball, trying to shake off Maybrier. Here's Griggs. Bounce pass down low. Miller pump fake, puts it up and in.
The only thing is you can't trade buckets right now.
Need a few threes to kind of get back into it here. 55-47. Cross-court pass comes back out to Jones. He's in a trap as the Trojans try to trap the ball. Mace for 3, way short. Rebound falls in the hands of Mason Griggs. Down the middle of the lane. Bounce pass, broken up in there. Turnover, trying to go to Shirley with it down low.
Just take it yourself. You're not going to increase your closeness very much by that pass.
And here's Smith. Across over to Meese. Hands it off out to Maybrier. And that ball gets away, and it goes out of bounds off of Smith.
I had both teams with 5 field goals there in the third period. They hit a 3. We didn't, was the difference.
Yep. 55-47. 6:44 still to go. Still plenty of time here. Trojans need to make some shots. And they go down in there to Shirley. Little spin move, little pump fake, puts it up, got it in a foul.
Got the step.
Shot.
Yeah, got the step. That was Jones, who had the offensive foul a while ago.
That's 3 on Andrew Jones, 5 on the Warriors here in the second half. And Shirley's a 74.5% foul shooter. Free throws on the way. It's good. It cuts the lead to 5.
Get a chance to cut it down to 5. The largest lead was 12.
12 at 59-47. 49-37, I believe, was the biggest margin. Skip pass left side. Smith lets it go for 3. It is no good. Rebound cleared out by Shirley, and somebody fouled it. And they're going to put it on Maybrier, his first, team 6th.
It's actually their 6th foul. We've only got 3, so we're in the bonus the rest of the way. Yeah. And they've got a couple. We've got a couple more to commit before they're there.
And Barren County's 5 of 5 at the foul line here in the second half.
Makes a difference when you get to the stripe.
Yeah. Colton Stevens, bounce pass off to Miller, trying to work it inside the paint, flips up the shot, got it to go.
Good play call.
10 points for Aiden Miller. 8 in the second half. Barren back within 3. 55-52.
3 big buckets in this quarter.
5:53 left to go in the basketball game. Here's Maybrier. Throws it across over to Jones, out to Smith. Back to Maybrier. Back over it goes to Smith. Now Jones, long range. They work it into Meadows. Spin move. May have walked with it. 3 by Maybrier. Good.
Maybrier hasn't done a whole lot today. He's like their 3rd leading scorer, but that's a big 3 from them.
Back up to 6. It's 58-52. Colton Stevens back to Pointer on the right wing. Back to Colton Stevens. Over to Griggs. Griggs on the left wing, back out to Stevens. Now Stevens goes back over to Pointer. Pointer back out front. Stevens, left side corner, Griggs.
Back in his zone.
And now here is Griggs, left wing three, no good. Rebound comes off to Jones for Pulaski Southwestern.
That's the shot that they wanted us to take. That's not the shot we wanted.
Andrew Smith hands it off to Jones out front. Gives it to Maybreyer. Hooks it back left side to Jones. Jones toward the lane. Now gives it off to Smith. Spin move. Dumps it off underneath. And a wide open shot put up and in by Meadows.
Got to learn to take a charge there. That's the second time at least he's not done that.
Here's a three by Pointer. Swish!
That's an answer, but, we got to quit making defensive mistakes.
Yep. 60-55. That's Pointer's fourth tray of the night. 4:28 to play. Smith with the basketball for Southwestern. Gives it out to Jones, over to Maybreyer. Back out front it comes to Smith. Now Smith goes one-on-one. Spin move in the lane. Jump shot is up. It is no good. Ball knocked down, and it's going to be off of Smith, I believe it was. It came over the top of Shirley. And Barren County will have the ball. Gavin Withrow returning to the Trojan lineup for Colton Stevens. 4:13 to play. Barren down 5, 60-55.
Good minutes from Colton right there. Had a couple of big plays and really started to propel this run to get us back within striking distance.
Withrow left side to Griggs. Skip pass over in the right corner. Pointer for three. Got it!
Good screen there. I'm not sure who set it. Maybe Shirley set that screen for the skip pass.
It cuts it to 2. It's 60-58 with 3:50 to play. Here's Meese with the basketball, circling around to the right side. They give it to Jones. Jones hands it off out to Maybreyer. Maybreyer pushing out that elbow there. And that should be a traveling violation on Maybreyer. He's kind of throwing out that elbow to Pointer.
Yeah.
Barren now with a chance to tie or take the lead on a three-point shot.
I thought you were going to get an offensive foul there a couple times. He had a high elbow.
Yeah.
And then finally they got him for the walk. A chance, like you said. You got a chance here.
60-58. Griggs off the screen. 15-foot shot. Got it!
Come around the screen and picked up his dribble. Nobody picked him up. Had to take the shot. Jay, we got a brand new ball game. We've given up a few more points than we like, but we've matched them 60-60, 3:31 to go.
Trojans were down 49-37 at one time, a dozen-point lead, and have fought their way back. Tay Pointer with a couple of trays here in the fourth quarter. A couple of baskets from Aiden Miller, basket apiece from Ryan Shirley and Mason Griggs to tie it up as they've outscored the Warriors here in the fourth quarter, 15-7.
Now, I mean, Southwestern is still shooting the basketball really well. I've got them 3 of 6 here this quarter, so 50% still a really good number, but we have bettered that a little bit. We are, let's see, we've taken 7 shots and hit 6. 2 of those have been 3-point baskets by Tay Pointer, and, if you're giving up a lot of points right now, the only thing is to just score more. That's not really our game, is just to get in a shooting match with somebody, but that's the way the game's turned out right now, and you've got to win playing multiple ways at this time of the year. Sometimes the game script doesn't go like you want it, so you have to adjust your game, and a good team can play fast, a good team can play slow. You saw the slow at Grayson County. You see more of the fast tonight here at Southwestern, but you got to fight here last 3:30 and find a W.
Evan Smith, who had 20 points in the first half for Pulaski Southwestern, has been held only 2 baskets here in the second half.
I mean, that's a huge difference, right? When you have a kid score 20 in the first, you got to find a way to limit them. So good adjustment at the halftime break.
3:31 left, and the Warriors get the ball in play to Smith.
We're going to go back to our trap.
1-2-2. Smith off to Jones, back to Smith. Now Smith gets into the trap. He's in trouble, got through it. Gives to Jones. He walked with it. Ball swatted away and stolen by Withrow. Withrow in the corner. Pointer back to Withrow. Fakes inside. Pointer working inside. Had it stripped away from him by Maybreyer. Maybreyer drives with a left-handed shot off the board and in for his 7th point. 62-60 Southwestern.
Those are the possessions right there that make or break you. You have a turnover, a chance to get a layup, turn it right back, and they score off of it.
Backdoor pass, and Pointer lost it, goes out of bounds.
It's the right call, went right off of his leg. just didn't catch it. Tried to thread the needle, and we did, but I think the ball kind of got deflected, so Tate couldn't grab it cleanly. Now, after it tied up, they have a chance to go up by 4 or 5 with the bucket.
2:40 left. It's 62-60, Southwestern. Jones, diagonal pass in the corner, 3 in the air, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It's going to go off Meadows.
Got a break there, I thought. They get a wide open 3 by a kid that just hit one, right?
Yep.
And he missed it, and we fought for the rebound enough to at least get them to call it off of White.
Comes to Griggs on the left side. Griggs circles around to the free throw line. Out to Withrow. The shot up and in. Is that a three-pointer or a long 2? I believe his toe was on the line.
Oh, that's a terrible call. I've got the best angle in the gym on it. The official was behind him.
Well, ties it at 62. Comes out to Smith. Smith in a trap. Gets rid of it to Meadows. Out to Jones. To Maybrier. Back to Jones. 1:55 left in the game. Tied at 62. Maybrier, left corner, back out to Jones.
He wanted it, but they've kind of said we're going to pull it out, go some type of 4-corner offense here, and see what we can get, being spread out a little bit defensively. So we're going to change defenses and go right back man out of that. That's the goal of that 4-corner, is to just get us to switch. Isn't it?
Smith has it. Right side out front, minute 25 left, tied at 62. Goes right side to Maybrier. Maybrier out top now to Meadows. Meadows looking for Smith. Now he wants to drive with it. Goes to the basket. It's Miller. Throws it up. Missed the shot. Rebound to Pointer.
Got lucky there, didn't we?
Now a chance here for the Trojans to take the lead with about a minute to play in the game.
You got plenty of timeouts if something doesn't look right.
Bounce pass left side. Comes to Griggs. Griggs down the baseline. Miller jumps it up there. Got it!
That's become Aiden's shot. And good step out. Trust him with that about, 10-footer there on the baseline?
Right.
Play D now.
Barren County 64, Southwestern 62, 47 seconds to play in the game. Smith with the basketball for the Warriors. Right side it goes to Maybrier. Maybrier looking, still looking. Now we'll throw it down to the corner to Jones. Back out to Maybrier. They're going to spread it out here, 33 seconds to play. They need a 2, though. It comes out to Meese. Meese may have got away with a walk. And we'll get a timeout called by the Warriors with 24.9 to play. Barren up 64-62.
I'll be honest with you. I'm not sure what the point of that possession was. They were dribbling it away from the goal, and they had poor spacing. It was like he was trying to get the ball to a guard to try to set it up, but he is a guard. So the good thing they had that timeout there, because they were in real trouble. We have shot the ball fantastic, and I'm self-admittedly not the best stat keeper in the world and get caught up in the game a little bit sometimes, but I've got us just missing 1 field goal this quarter. 2, 4, 6, 8, 7 of 8. Is that how many you got? I've got 2 threes still.
2 threes. Yeah.
So I got a 7 of 8. Basketball. It's a funny game sometime. You watch Kentucky get down by a bunch, and they had a chance to win it today. You got to keep fighting, and that's something that Warren has always preached. Warren's been an assistant or head coach for almost 20 years now. He got there in the 01 season. This is the 01-02 season, so next year will be his 20th year on the bench in some capacity. And that's something that has always been a staple. You don't hang your head when you make a turnover. You don't hang your head when you get down 12. You just keep fighting. And this would be a good momentum win if you're able to carry this one out.
64-62, Trojans lead it with 24.9 to play. It'll be Southwestern's basketball out of the side. And
we got 2 timeouts here. If they score, we'll get a timeout, but we need to stop more than anything.
Maybrier will toss it in. It comes out, knocked away by Griggs. Griggs bounce pass to Withrow, lays it up, no good, and he gets fouled hard with 20 seconds to play.
It's a hard hit from We had an option to maybe pull it back out and make them foul us, but Gavin was streaking down the middle of the floor, and either way, we get free throws. But that is a whale of a play by Mason Griggs just to go up and challenge Smith. We got to get some points to reward him for it.
Was it on Jones? Is that who the foul was on?
Yes, it
Jones.
had to be.
That's his fourth. Team 7th. Free throw is up. It is no good. He'll have one more.
Okay, this is a bigger, this becomes a little bit bigger. You wanted at least a 3-point deficit for them.
One more for Gavin Withrow. It's on the way, and he got it.
Okay, so the best they can do is tie it as long as we don't commit a silly foul.
65-62. Here is Smith. And we're getting a foul in the back court.
Not the worst foul. We've still got 3 more to
That's
give.
only the 4th team foul. With 17.3 to play. Barren up by 3, 65-62.
Our guys have got to be smart and not foul them when they're
making
shooting.
an intentional foul either.
That's right.
As Jones tries to inbounds at midcourt on the near side. They find Smith. Now Smith will work it, and a foul on Griggs, and that'll be his 3rd, team's 5th.
We're just trying to run a little time off and not give Smith that momentum to get a little driving lane.
Still 14 seconds to go. Go get a timeout. Southwestern calls a timeout with 14 seconds remaining, and Barren County up 3, 65-62.
It's a fun game to watch, maybe not necessarily play when you have to fight back and use a ton of energy to come back down 12. We just got to see if we have enough energy to finish this one off.
Coca-Cola scoreboard update after 3 periods of play. I guess it'll be toward the end of the game now. Latest score I had, Russell County leading Glasgow Boys 42-30.
Low scoring game.
And that game at Russell County tonight. District tournament action begins Monday night at Barren County High School. We'll have a doubleheader boys on the air for you. Allen County, Scottsville, and Monroe County at 5:30. We'll be on air at 5:15 with the broadcast. And that'll be followed by the Barren County Trojans and the Glasgow Scotties around 7:45 or so.
A lot of single games tonight. A lot of people finishing their schedule up tonight. I looked at it. We played 25 games. Will this make 26?
This is number 26.
And that's more than anybody in our whole region has been able to get in this year.
Normal is 30. Normal year is 30.
When you think, and you asked that, or told that to Warren in the postgame, if you thought we'd have got that many in, it probably wouldn't have happened.
All right, here we go. 14 seconds to go as it comes into play. And it is Jones with the basketball. Jones spinning, throwing it back out to Maybrier. 7 seconds left. He'll give it to Smith, and a long 3 that is short. Underneath, wide open shot, put up and in. And that was by Meadows. That cuts it to 1 point. 65-64 with 1.7 left on the clock. It's going to be Barren County's basketball.
Well, we had a ton of attention with that 3, didn't we? And I didn't think they had any timeouts left. That's why I said don't take it out. If you don't take it out, the game's over, because in high school basketball and like college, the shot or the clock doesn't stop when the ball goes in.
Right.
So they call the timeout to stop that, give them a chance to play defense. In an ideal world, you throw something long, you touch it, the game's over. You want to take that chance. You got to touch it, though. So I don't know. Let's see what Warren does. You just got to get it in, first of all. I think we have 2 timeouts if something goes bad wrong. But we'll see.
Yep. Barren was down by 12 at one time, 49-37. And it is 65-64 Trojans. They've scored 20 points in this quarter, and Southwestern has scored 11.
Well, we've kind of progressively held them to a little less, 20-18, 15-11. So we figured them out a little bit defensively. We've got to figure them out and be a little bit smarter than they are to get this ball in and have one more solid, strong possession. If they take it away, there's enough time to catch it and throw it. So we got to be strong.
All right, Ryan Shirley will be the inbounder. Ryan Shirley running the baseline, and he's going to have to get it in. Comes into Withrow, and there's a foul with 0.4 of a second. You got to remember they took 15 seconds off the clock earlier in this ball game and didn't put it back up.
That clock keeper has not been good tonight. He started it basically about 2 seconds after Gavin caught the ball, and then let it run about a second or two after the foul was whistled. So, it kind of offsets, but they're going to put time back on the clock.
Time back on there. The game should have already been over.
Yeah, he caught it. Gavin took a couple dribbles, didn't he?
Yeah.
Before the foul was even called.
Yeah.
So Gavin takes
1 second. He takes 1 second on the clock.
Gavin took 2 dribbles, and they had to come chase him in 0.7 of a second. That's pretty phenomenal.
We're going to get a timeout here, or just
I think the officials are just like, hey, is that right?
Well, it's not 11 seconds. It's not 11 seconds.
I think they're trying to put something on there that we...
What are they trying to put? I mean, they put 1 second back up.
1.1 maybe. They're doing everything with ones there, so I don't know. You're right.
I don't know how they can do that.
The game should be over. I mean, 0.6 of a second. It takes usually about a second per dribble. Gavin took a couple, and they had to come chase him on the inbounds play.
They've got it reset at 1.1.
Such a random number.
But in the first quarter, it ran from 2:57 down to 2:44.
Yeah, and they added like 1 second or something, didn't they? So
that's it. Yeah.
So it all goes for naught if really.
Well, Gavin needs to hit both of these.
Yeah.
And see what happens.
They're still fiddling with the clock. I think they've decided to actually put like 0.7 on it.
So it's not 1.1 like the original.
That's my guess. They've got 7 on it, so they're trying to figure out how to put 0.7,
So
I would say.
0.7. It was 0.4 when it went down.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you can really do anything at 0.7.
You really can't when you got to go full length to the floor. Gavin needs to make the first one, and there's some conventional thought that you actually miss that second one.
Intentionally miss the second one. We've seen that done before.
Yeah, they can't catch it and throw it the length to the floor like they could if they were out of bounds.
Yeah, Withrow's had plenty of time to think about it here, and it is. It's one in the bonus.
Yes, it is.
Okay, he needs to hit it. Free throw goes up. Got it. 66-64 Trojans. And the bonus for Gavin Withrow. Gavin Withrow puts it up. It is good.
Okay.
67-64. They get the ball into Smith. Here's his desperation shot out of bounds, and the Trojans win it here on the road, 67-64 over Pulaski Southwestern to close out the regular season at 19-7, and the Warriors of Southwestern drop to 9-10 on the year. So a good win by Coach Warren Cunningham and the Trojans here tonight on the road to finish it up with a 67-64 win after trailing by as many as 12 in the second half to win it by 3. We'll be back with a post-game report brought to you by CPC Commodities, proven on our farm and made for yours as you're following Trojan basketball here on Don Franklin Auto Glasgow, 104thescore.com, and Nash 103.7.
Find your perfect match at Franklin Chevrolet in Glasgow. Get the all-new 2021 Chevy Equinox for as low as $31,965 average. Find new road.
At Southern States, they believe that if you give your customers the very best, they will be your customers for life. And that's why you could always count on your local Southern States in Glasgow for only the highest quality products you depend on, all at prices you can respect. And of course, it's all backed by the friendly, knowledgeable folks who are always willing to go that extra mile to ensure that you get the right advice and expertise you're looking for. Always Southern States, Glasgow.
Every banker wants your business when times are good, but how do they treat you when times aren't so good? I'm Austin Burge, and as a small community banker that specializes in small business and agriculture lending, I want to invest in the business people and farmers that will help our community prosper. But we know that neither agriculture nor entrepreneurship always play out like we'd hoped. I want to be your community banker because I'm committed to being there to help you through the good times and the not so good times. Come see me at the People's Bank and let me work for you. The People's Bank, working for you. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender. MLS 1821550.
Some of my fondest childhood memories are from volunteering with my grandmother. Helping others was her passion. She'd always say, the sweetest fruits of life come from serving others. And she was right.
At Shelter Insurance, we strive to make a positive impact in the communities where we work and live.
I'm Brad Gross. For a free insurance review, see me at 130 South Public Square.
You're listening to the Barren County Basketball Postgame Show, presented by Don Franklin Glasgow. Now, back to
And we welcome you to the CPC Commodities Postgame Report as the Trojans come from behind to defeat Southwestern here on the road tonight in Somerset by a score of 67-64. Trojans trailed at the end of the first quarter 20-16 and also trailed at halftime 38-33 and trailed by 8 at the end of the third quarter 53-45. But the comeback in the fourth quarter and outscored the Warriors 22-11. For Southwestern tonight, 26 field goals, 3 3-pointers. They were 8 of 10 from the foul line, and they had 3 players in double figures. Evan Smith led the way with 26, 13 for Eli Meese, 10 for Andrew Jones, 7 for Lucas Maybrier, also 4 points for Ethan Meadows and 4 for Hegan Galloway. For the Trojans tonight, 27 field goals, 1 more than the Warriors. 5 of those were 3-point shots, all made by Tay Pointer tonight. 8 of 9 from the free throw line, and Tay Pointer led the way in the scoring.